Hi everyone, I'm Ali GREYMOND. Today I wanted to talk about why do OCD thoughts feel so real? And this is the topic that, this comes up pretty much in every session. So I thought it would be good to pick it up here as well, because I'm sure you guys all have had this kind of question. And, when I was recovering from OCD, I also had this question. So, okay, why do OCD thoughts feel so real? Simple reason is because you're in fight or flight mode. Your adrenaline is high, your cortisol is high. You are feeling because of how focused you are on the thought. You feel depersonalized, derealized, whatever that depersonalization, however people say it different ways. Um, you are not really thinking clearly, and that cocktail creates the feeling of it feels so real. You have to understand that it feels so real for absolutely everybody who has OCD, you know? And the feeling of, well, how real is so real is equal to the amount of um, the anxiety. So 10 out of 10, anxiety means it feels pretty much 10 out of 10 real. Um, 5 out of 10 anxiety, OCD thoughts feel 5 out of 10 real, right? And the anxiety depends on how much compulsions you're doing. So if you are doing compulsions all the time, whether mental or physical, so if you're doing compulsions 100% of the time, the thought feels 100% real. The anxiety is at 100% basically, through the roof, right? And as you reduce, all of this reduces, you start to see through the fog. You might start to, a lot of the times, especially with like things like false memory OCD or anything like analyzing type of thoughts, like PRO type of thoughts, as the anxiety lowers, you start to see details that you would have missed because your anxiety was so high and you're just like, oh my God, this is so real, you know. But then when the anxiety lowers, not that you should be analyzing, but you shouldn't be. But sometimes things just come into your mind automatically and you're like, wait a minute, that didn't even make sense. Why did I even think of it like that? That didn't even logically make sense, right? And it just comes to you like on the whim kind of thing, right? So because it's not feeling as real, the anxiety is lower, you're no longer in fight or flight mode. So even though it still feels a little bit, real, but it's not enough to actually for you not to see things clearly, right? So anyways, so it's completely related to what you are doing. It's completely related to how much anxiety you are experiencing. They're all kind of, you know, combined together, So, and it all right now, stems from the compulsions and from analyzing. So, the less compulsions, the less analyzing. Ultimately, not right away, but as you go, the thoughts will start going down. And don't be scared if in the beginning you actually are getting more thoughts. It feels like a pummeling effect again. I always talk about that. That's normal. Everybody experiences that. That's just because your mind is so used to reacting with fear, or for you to be reacting with fear, that it's like, what? Basically, it's saying, like, what? You're not reacting with fear now? That's not okay. You're in danger. Hello, you got to be reacting, you know? And it throws more thoughts at you to get you back into the fear reaction, to get you back into compulsions, whether mental or physical, right? So that's the basis of it. Don't be afraid of the thoughts feeling real. Please don't be afraid of it. View it like a mechanism, because it is a mechanism. In 10 years of me helping people recover, in 10 years I've never seen one person who said, well, everybody says the thoughts feel real, but I've never seen one person who said, oh, it actually turned out to be real. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. You're not going to be the first one, you know so even if it's, it can feel like, I can even give you example with sensory motor OCD, for example, where a person can feel real feelings of discomfort, for example, right? And even though the feelings are real, the fact that, what if, that's attached to it is false. Do you know what I mean? So that's just like a very common example. If you're having a sensory motor OCD, you know what I'm talking about. I hope you find my videos helpful. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. If you would like to do the recovery program, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.